I finally made it to my Aunt May's farm after 20 years. The place looked like something out of a country song. My cousin Zeke seemed lost in his own world, shuffling along like he had the weight of the world on his shoulders. Aunt May proudly showed off her chicken coop, but what I saw inside shook me to the core. The children, transformed into sad, feathered creatures, haunted me. Their eyes told stories of pain and suffering. As I stood frozen in horror, the reality of the situation hit me like a ton of bricks. I had to do something. I recognized that girl. I'd seen her face on a missing poster just days prior. She must have been here for years. Aunt May? I don't feel so good. I think I need to lie down. Nonsense. We still have to finish the tour. I gulped, mouthing an "I'm sorry" to the cooped-up children, before following my deranged aunt. Next, we arrived at the cow pasture. It was nothing more than a small yard, surrounded by an electric fence. Two shirtless boys wandered aimlessly on all fours, their bodies painted with black and white spots. Blisters and sores ravaged their skin from constant exposure to the summer sun. I felt like I was going to throw up. Aunt May, please. I don't want to see any more. I'm going to be sick. Oh, quit your whining. You'll be fine. Come on. My lower lip trembled as I caught one last look at those poor boys. My legs were beginning to go numb. I nearly fell, but thankfully, Zeke was there to catch me. He helped me along, his somber expression unchanged. Zeke. Why is she doing this to them? This is sinister. Zeke silently nodded, before offering me a response. His words made me sick to my stomach. I don't know. But if you think this is bad, just wait until you see the pigs. I didn't want to continue. I didn't know if I could continue. But it seemed that I didn't have a choice. One way or another, Aunt May was going to force me to finish our demented trek. By the time we had reached the next enclosure, I was able to stand on my own. I kept my focus glued to the ground in front of me. One step at a time. Once this was over, I could call the police, and the nightmare would end. At least, that's what I told myself. And here, we have my personal favorites. The swine. She ushered me up to the fence. I really didn't want to look. Aunt May was going to force me to finish our demented trek, step by step, no escape. As we approached the next enclosure, I mustered the courage to stand on my own, eyes fixed on the ground. Aunt May's excitement pierced my thoughts as she revealed her personal favorites, the swine. I looked over the fence, and the sight made my blood run cold, the kids dehumanized and overfed beyond recognition. I woke up in the dirt, groggy from Zeke's jab, trying to get my bearings. Realizing I was muzzled with floppy ears and a metal collar around my neck. Chained to the ground beside a doghouse named April, my heart sank in disbelief. Uncle Jeb's shout indicated Aunt May's awakeness, her booming footsteps nearing me. Defiantly staring into the dirt as Aunt May called my name, refusing to acknowledge her.